rescue. You want to press people, you no book. Show me the million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue.
Yeah. To deliver you from something, take you for something.
So you are the poor people, rescue me, save. But we the old people, rescue the million rescue. That Boakai help me while here.
That's the same thing.
But Jota Boakai can't tell in the water. He can't pour one naked the water back to kill on money. You know they get people, the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 500 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Boakai. Where will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. Where will be our result the following year?
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Money.
Patience Money. You sell in the market here?
Yes.
Are you selling in the here?
Yes.
But I'm saying that you are getting
no market. Can't get some. I go look for an season.
You go look for the market, you see some?
I see food because the food price, the way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another price. When you come, you buy a different price. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry to the cold storage.
They put it back on my. Very rich.
How much for the fish?
You buy snapper 14,000. What is to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buy it 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say he came to rescue us. But the rescue that ain't doing that, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not bringing nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. Why they cause a motor burner running? They want not doing the one. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want be able to spare our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of us, we not got notes from the South God. And that basement we do, we not understand our children run to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we not understand the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
It's rampant now. It's more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zoom.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zoom that they bring in Jota Boakai with them. Because we are trying to sell our Kush. But now the Zoom, when he said I see that you are so sticking at it. So we asking him to please, we the parent of our boys children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zoom. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, hata. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should register, they should become over there, walk over that one, everything they do. But what people are home king? That just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't turn a napa, tell him sorry. We're not taking somebody out for the country. So we should tell our president to help with the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God a great for it. We don't let you tell what take you for. But money ain't in the country now.
In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're over.
With you, that's fine. But majority of Liberians complaining, they are calling and say, Stanton, you're sending people back on the street, businesses not selling, things hard. But this is the finance minister, Gafwan. Listen to what Gafwan said.
First, we have allocated the funds to ensure that beginning January 2025, no central government employee earning monthly salaries below the US $150 minimum as provided for in the Decent Work Act of 2015 will receive less than, no government employee in such category will receive less than $150.
This is a bold-faced lie that Gafwan lied to the people. There's not from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We are in August. Gafwan told a bold-faced lie by looking in the camera and saying that it won't happen in 2025. People are going home with $73. Internal Affairs Ministry. Open the line. The airport, RIA. People are walking, going home with less than $75. How can Gafwan, the minister of, why Gafwan couldn't be truthful? And I want you to listen to it. I'm keeping Uncle Sam for last year because that's his area. But let's face it, folks. Are you in Liberia today taking home nothing less than $150? Are you in Liberia working to that ministry and taking home? How can Gafwan look in the camera and lie to the Liberian people? I mean, this guy, that's his error. But, well, I mean, it kind of like Gafwan was misplaced. It wasn't the same Gafwan. Something is happening. Liberians are crying. Gafwan said you will not take $150 home. And the people said, well, Gafwan, we're going home with $53. My fellow Liberians, right? It's going to bring us to what Senator Dillon said. That when you see this thing and people want to play politics out of it, then you say they are hypocrite. Then you say they are hypocrite. How can a Gafwan say,
for us to share
as of January? No.
I want to appeal to you, like I always do on this platform. One of the reasons why you see nowadays our page is secure, people are not reporting our page, is because all of us are doing a very great work. We are sharing, we are sending these stars, we are sending, the love emojis and all these fan emojis that is helping to keep the page and also the videos. So I want to commend all of you for doing that. Again, I want to appeal to you. Kindly hit for us the share button. As I'm playing this, I'm also sharing. So please help me to also share so that at the end of the day, this message can get across to as many people as we want to get across. Those of you who cannot afford to share, you can also help us by sending us, the heart sign. That is send it to us. Give us the thumbs up emojis. It will really help us. Or you can just hit for us, some kind of fire emojis. It will really help us. So please, you can hit, the star button. You can send for us stars and etc. It's really, really going to help us. So while we, get ready on this and play this clip, I want you to please do that while I am also doing that. Thank you.
Lie that Gafwan lied to the people. That is not from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We are in August. Gafwan told a bold-faced lie by looking in the camera and saying that it won't happen in 2025. People are going home with $73. Internal Affairs Ministry. Open the line. The airport, RIA. People are walking, going home with less than $75. How can Gafwan, the minister of, why Gafwan couldn't be truthful? And I want you to listen to it. I'm keeping Uncle Sam for last year because that's his area. But let's face it, folks. Are you in Liberia today taking home nothing less than $150? Are you in Liberia working to that ministry and taking home? How can Gafwan look in the camera and lie to the Liberian people? I mean, this guy, that's his error. But, well, I mean, it kind of like Gafwan was misplaced. It wasn't the same Gafwan. Something is happening. Liberians are crying. Gafwan said you will not take $150 home. And the people said, well, Gafwan, we're going home with $53. My fellow Liberians, right? It's going to bring us to what Senator Dillon said. That when you see this thing and people want to play politics out of it, then you say they are hypocrite. Then you say they are hypocrite. How can a Gafwan say, as of January, nobody will go home with less than?
Kindly hit for us the share
$150.
button, please. Please hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's have a wonderful time having this discussion, please. Just do us a favor, hit for us the share button, and I can assure you that we will be good. Just hit for us the share button. It's going to be good. It's going to be very, very nice. It's going to be very okay. Hit for us the share button. Share with as many persons as you can share with, and we will be okay. We will be okay. We will be okay.
Imagine today, Sam Gay from nowhere, Sam Gay say, I don't care. I will withdraw all EPS security from George Weah and Dwight Howard Taylor. And you know, it's Sam Gay saying that he will take all this. Where in the world have you seen such a thing? What a junk tie. Government can operate like that. And somebody talking against the government, you say, listen, we'll take. And these people are entitled. That's the entitlement as president and vice president. So nobody must say anything. No one should say anything about the government that is bad. So
Kindly help us
Sam Gay,
share.
and we're talking about Sam Gay tonight, folks. We will. I was wondering, the Sam Gay can
Alright,
smoke.
so
He
we've
smoked.
done
You
ours.
taking something?
We want to appeal to you to kindly hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members so that they all know that we are here. We are going to be having a very, very wonderful time in discussing today. And relax yourself. If you can get yourself a bottle of water, do that. If you can get yourself a glass of juice, do that. If you are driving, drive safely. And let's have a wonderful time together. I want to use this time to welcome all of you that have joined us, including those of you who are sharing and sending us the thumbs up emojis. I want to say thank you. Those of you who are sending us the heart sign, I want to say thank you. In whatever way that you are sharing this particular podcast, I want to say thank you so very kindly. It means a lot to us. I want to appreciate you. I want to welcome my own nephew right here. Gideon, you are welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Prince Wise, thank you so much joining us there from Ganta City, Nimba County. Thank you so very kindly. A very proud citizen. I salute your presence here, my brother. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to appreciate and welcome Madam Josephine Campbell. How are you? I want to appreciate you. I'm going to be calling you later on today after the show. I will be calling you so we can discuss one or two things. That's my own big sister and leader right there, Madam Josephine Campbell. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. I mean, all of you that are joining us from the Vera platform, let me look on the other side. People are joining us from Vera platform. Fifi, how are you? Fifi, Destined for Greatness Bowl. Thank you so much, Sisi. Fifi, sorry for joining us. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Titus Masekwe, I want to appreciate you joining us from the other page there. I want to say thank you so much. Uh, Titus, thank you for your presence here with us. I mean, all of you that are sharing, you are very, 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 very valuable to us. We appreciate all that you do. And again, please, we beg you, continue to do that for us. That is hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's all have a wonderful, a very, very wonderful time. Please hit for us the share button. Hit us the share button, do that for us, and we're going to be very good here. Please do that for us. I am trying as hard as I can to ensure that, we can play our part here, and it's important. It's very, very important. So let's see, and then we will be good. We will be good on here. So please hit for us the share button, please. Yeah. Somebody say don't make sharing lazy. Okay. So don't make sharing lazy, please. Thank you. Thanks to each and every one of you. Initially, I play a video, and I'm going to play that video again. I'm going to play that video. There is something in that video that I want to talk on very briefly as you are sharing, sending us the likes, the stars, and everything. I want us to talk about something in this video. It's very unique. I want us to talk about something here in this video. I want you to listen to this.
It's a spoon talk. Sometimes people don't know where we stand. We stand with the Liberian people, not for a political party.
I want you to
Let's face it, the country.
I want to welcome Clement Wright. Thank you for joining us. Charles Robertson, thank you so much. We appreciate your presence here, joining us from Bomi. I want to say you are highly welcome. Ishaka Sor, I appreciate you. So I want you to listen to this from Stanton.
It's hard. If you think you are enjoying, you think your life is better with you, that's fine. But majority of Liberians complaining, they are calling and say, stand, you're sending people back on the street, businesses not selling, things hard. But this is the finance minister, Gafwan. Listen to what Gafwan said.
Now, I want to stop here. I'm very sure you're listening to him talking about the country hard. I want to say this to all of us here. Changing the location of a catfish. Changing the location of a catfish is not going to change or will not automatically change the name of it or turn it into another animal. If you take a catfish from in Liberia and you bring it here in the United States, it still remains a catfish. The name may change because there's a different environment. But it does not mean that the catfish will change into tilapia. No, it will not. If you take tilapia from Liberia and bring it here to the United States, it still remains tilapia. The only thing that may happen is the environment. It will have to adapt to the environment. Eh? Environmental adaptation will take place. Maybe it will get bigger in size, but it still remains tilapia. It still remains tilapia. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? I am saying this to mean that it is not that people like Stanton did not know that Joseph Numa Boakai is incompetent, he is unfaith. It is not that they know. All these people that you see crying around here about how Boakai is behaving, how the country, how this, that, don't allow them to deceive you. They are not for you. They are not for you. They do not pity you. The reason is we told these people yesterday. We showed them the sun. That's what I said. When you take catfish from Morovia or from Jamaica Road and bring it all the way here to the US in Washington, D.C., it still remains catfish. It remains catfish. So we saw all of the indications. We saw all of the red flags, but Liberians choose to ignore those red flags. People like Stanton, they knew very well that Joseph Numa Boakai was not fit at all to lead us. They knew it. But the reason why they chose to propagate the agenda that Joseph Numa Boakai would be a better alternative was because of them. They are narcissists. They care about themselves and not about the people. They believed that they were going to manipulate Joseph Numa Boakai for their own selfish interest and benefit. And that's why they were pushing him. In their mind, they knew very well that Joseph Numa Boakai is now up to the task. They knew it. But they were playing gamble on the lives of the Liberian people. They knew that Mr. Boakai was a complete failure. That when given an opportunity, this man will not utilize the opportunity in the interest of the Liberian people. They knew that for sure. But the reason why they were pushing him, because in their mind, they knew that the man is sick. We put him there just as a figurehead, as a puppet. And we will be the puppet master. We will control things around here. We will be able to dictate the course of action. That was the only reason why they brought in Joseph Numa Boakai. They didn't bring in Joseph Numa Boakai for your redemption. No. When they were pushing these agendas, or this agenda of rescue, they wasn't pushing it because they knew that Joseph Numa Boakai was going to rescue you. No. These flimsy names that they coined and they use, they were all used in their own interests. They were all used in their own interest. And go for your upper. Where's your upper? Go for your upper. They were all used in their own interest. They were used to cajole you. It's almost like people who gamble, right? Gamblers. These gamblers, they don't care about you. No. They don't care about the people who they hurt or they win from. I'm sorry, my people. Let me. So they were gambling, not feeling sorry for you. So they don't care about you. Don't be deceived. So you hear Stanton is saying the Liberian people are suffering. When did you realize that the people are suffering? When you were denied of your opportunity because Joseph Numa Boakai did not give you an opportunity to also steal from the Liberian people. So now you are telling them that, oh, they're suffering. Liberians, know who love you, know who like you, know the real advocate, know the people who stand for you. I repeat, Liberians, know those who love you, know those who stand for you, know those who value your life. And if you are asking about the people who love you, who value you, who cherish you, who want to see you in a better position, We are among some of them. So do not buy into these things. I am not saying that do not admire them. Admire them. Let's make use of whatever they say. But these things are happening because Joseph Numa Boakai, who they felt was going to be their puppet, and they were going to be the puppet master, have now turned to be a nightmare for them. So they believe that let's destroy him, let's break him. Prince Dewey, you are welcome. Fatu Sharif, how are you, Mama? Thank you for joining us. So when you see these people talking, do not be too moved. Do not misuse your empathy and your sympathy for them. No, they don't love you. They do not love you. They do not love you. What they love is their profit. To the extent that you will hear Stanton State telling us, I don't like the Unity Party, but I like Joseph Numa Boakai. You know, it's comical. It's kind of like insane. You're almost like somebody telling me, I can't eat pig feet. Pork. I don't eat pork. But they cook the pork in the pepper soup. I enjoy the pepper soup, but me, I can't eat pork. Are you insane? Is something happening to you? Is something happening to you? You can't eat pig feet. But the soup that they cook, you say, yeah, the potato grain, enjoying it. But the pig feet, no, I will not eat it. Stop playing fun out of people. Oh, and not for Unity Party. But I support Joseph Numa Boakai. Who is responsible for all of these things that are ongoing? Whose policy is causing the Liberian people to suffer? Not Joseph Numa Boakai. So let's go and we play the, like I said, I'm giving you an opportunity to share and send us some stars and emojis.
First, we have allocated the funds to ensure that beginning January 2025, no central government employee earning monthly salaries below the US $150 minimum as provided for in the Decent Work Act of 2015 will receive less than, no government employee in such category will receive less than $150.
This is a bold-faced lie that Gafwan lied to the people. That is not from January, February, March.
So according to Stanton, Gafwan is lying. But is that strange? Why is Stanton pretending? Stop pretending, boy. Stop pretending. This was how you people managed to come to power. You people cleverly crafted lies against the we-are-led government. It is the only way that you can get to power. Why are you acting strange? Why are you acting like you are surprised? Wasn't it the same lie that they felt you with? And you sat on your platform and denigrated the CDC government? Wasn't it the same lie that they felt you with? That you went about saying all kinds of things, how the government is responsible for the death of this person, that person, and all of the suffering? Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Stop acting like you are surprised. It is intentional. You know what is going on. You are fully aware. You see, today, the government is faced with this conundrum because they created it for themselves. The miasma that have, besieged Liberia was caused by this government. Everything that you see happening in Liberia, it is the doing of this government. The suffering of the Liberian people is the doing of this government. Look, I can say here for sure The opposition have not even started a robust campaign against this government. Don't deceive yourself. Nobody should lie to you. The CDC, as a political institution, have not even started on this government. I can tell you for sure. We are still seeing how bad we can, do whatever thing. We are still having meetings around. We have not even started on this government, and the government is crumbling. We have not started. Nobody should deceive you. No political opposition party in Liberia have really started on this government. No. Nobody should lie to you. The mechanism that we have to put in place to make this government unpopular, we have not even used any of them yet. We have not even started on them yet. All that you are seeing doing that this government is crumbling based on their own work, their works. The government have already started defeating itself. Look, the mechanism that the opposition had, if they put it in place, I'm telling you, Joseph Numa Boakai will run from that country. He will run. There will be no space, natural and illegal means. The CDC that I have been part of, since a political institution was announced by the name of CDC in 2005, that we identify with that institution. The CDC that I know that made Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to be uncomfortable in Liberia. We've not started anything yet. I'm telling you something serious. We've not started anything. Absolutely nothing we've started. We are only using the words of the very government to checkmate them. The political dialectics, the political tactics, the mechanism that the opposition is supposed to put in place, we have not even started yet. Don't deceive yourself, my people. Don't deceive yourself. We have not put the masterpiece in place to get at this government. We are just warming up, on a fee. Those of you who play football, I play football. Those of you who play football, before the game start, the men can be warming up. Prince Dewey, the men can be warming up. How are you, sir? The men can be warming up. So the opposition is just warming up. Lewie Wenti, thank you so much for joining us. Wenti, we appreciate you. So this government is crumbling based on the lies that they told to the Liberian people. The Liberian people are holding this government accountable for what they said. For what they said.
April, May, June, July, August. We are in August. Gafwan told a bold-faced lie by looking in the camera and saying that it won't happen in 2025. People are going home with $73.
You hear them saying? When we are telling you, sometimes you don't believe us. Mohammed Kamara, how are you, my brother? I hope you are great, doing fine, and you are welcome. I appreciate you. So they lied to the Liberian people that the issue of harmonization was the most evil thing to ever happen on the planet Earth in Liberia. They said the issue of harmonization was devilish, was evil. It shows that President Weah did not care for the people or do not care for the people. It shows that President Weah is the most evil person on the planet Earth. But then ask yourself the question, the people who condemn harmonization and make harmonization to be the most deadly thing that ever happened in the history of Liberia, why have they not trashed out harmonization? In fact, as I speak to you, guess what? People are even now taking less than what they used to take during the Weah administration. And those officials of government, they are taking more. What did not happen under President Weah is what happening under Joseph Numa Boakai. They've suffocated the majority of the Liberian people for their own selfish interest so that they can benefit. They take you off job. When Josiah Joker came, this joker of a person made us to understand that they were going to be paying 2 times in a month. People were going to get paid 2 times in a month, according to Josiah Joker. Where are we? So the people are asking. It is now we that are saying they must pay 2 times. It's what they said. Today, they are not even living up to that standard, and the Liberian people are asking them. The government made us to understand that the drugs were being imported by President Weah. But today, President Weah is no more. Look at our streets, corner is filled with drugs, different types of drugs. And the Liberian people are asking. So that's what I said. The opposition have not even started to put into place her own mechanism to ensure that this government is unpopular. No, the opposition have not started. Everything that we are seeing, fellow Liberians, all that we are seeing is just this particular government own word, what they said. Okay. So just what the government said that they will do for the Liberian people is what the Liberian people are asking them for. They condemned and said the reason why the people of Liberia was suffering, it was because of President Weah. All of the things that they condemn is what today they are doing. They told us that President Weah is incompetent. Nothing was happening under the regime of President Weah. But then how come these people are delegating buildings? And when you ask them, say, oh, the President Weah here, they say government are continuity. I thought these people said nothing was happening under the government of President Weah. But then what is going on now? The last time they went to delegate school, when we raised the issue, they say, but government are continuity. The last time it was on road. When they were talking about the road, we got to find out that the money was already secured by the Weah-led government. When we thought, say, oh, but government are continuity. When they put their hand on project, we say, oh, but when I tell you, I say, all the things that will not happen, they know, but government are continuity. You see lies? Somebody say lies. Or lie is like pregnancy. It doesn't go behind, it comes in front. When a woman is pregnant, you will see it in front. You will not go to her back. People who can be saying, oh, the pregnancy in my stomach. I'm sorry, the pregnancy in my hips. The pregnancy in my ear, in my face. All that thing that yeah, not talking. Don't mind it. You will see the stomach will increase. At least, even if they're about 5 or 6, how you call inches or so, you will see the increase in the stomach. So it's like the lies that were told by Joseph Numa Boakai. It is not going behind. It's coming right in front. And Liberian people are not seeing it. We are not faced with it. You've now realized that this government lied to you. So what we are supposed to be doing, we've not even started yet. We're just reminding the people of what they promised. Their promises is what we are holding them back. It's why we are holding them back. But fellow Liberians, this is what we are going to be discussing today. And we're going to take our own time as we discuss. Our own time. We saw a communication from the executive mansion talking about the reduction in the price of rice. it's important that we talk about this. You know, the government is suffocating in its own lies. The government is suffocating. The government is suffocating in your own lies. And as a means to rescue itself, the government is creating an artificial rescue route or rescue scenario that is not working at all. That's what the government is doing. It's almost like somebody is drowning in water and nowhere around for you to get hold of something that will save you. And you reach to the stage where in your mind you say, let me just create a kind of abstract, vision that I am holding on to something, or somebody is coming to come and rescue me, or I'm in the hands of a lifesaver in this water. You reach to the stage where self-imagination take over you. You know that it is not the reality, but you say, well, let me just do this. I know that I'm in my dying moment. I am know that where I now realize that where I am is not possible. Nothing can happen for me. So let me just use this occasion, or let me use this time to just, kind of, try to visualize that I'm being safe. Even though you know that it's not possible, you're not safe, nothing happening. But you say, let me just use this time to just create a false impression of me being safe. This is what is happening. The government is creating a false impression that they are solving the problem, whereby they are not solving the problem. The problem is there. So, with this issue of the pronouncement from the executive mansion in the reduction of rice, there are some things that fellow Liberians you need to understand. And that's what we'll come and tell you today. The first thing that we need to understand is that there are grades of rice on the Liberian market. There are different categories of rice. And all of these rice on the market are not sold for the same price. No, they are not. All of them are not sold for the same price. In fact, there are some rice on the Liberian market that people hardly eat, that people don't even go to buy it. That is not even the first, second tier, or fourth option. People will go for it when there are no other rice on the market. Like if the market is completely dry, no other rice, then it means that just what to do, they will go for it. So there are different grades of rice on the Liberian market. So the executive mansion put up a communication, and I will go there. Let me go to the executive mansion. Yeah. So let me pull this from the executive mansion. Just bear with me. Let me take this from the executive mansion. Let me take this from the executive mansion. Let me see stuff here. Let me see. Okay, fine. And then let me give it to you here. Let's go right here. Let's get here so that we can do this together. And then we'll take our own time to have the conversation on this thing. All right, fine. So we're right here. Let me enlarge in this. This is a communication from the executive mansion of the Republic of Liberia. This is the communication. Let me enlarge in it. This is the communication. This is the press release from Joseph Numa Boakai. And let's see if we can get the Office of the Press Secretary, Ministry of State, blah, blah, blah. President Boakai announces price reduction for flour and rice. Other strict enforcement, September 2nd. That was the day before yesterday. Executive Mansion, Monrovia. President Joseph Numa Boakai Sr. has announced significant reduction in the price of flour and rice following reports and recommendation from the Presidential Ad Hoc Committee on Price Contradictions, chaired by Vice President Jeremiah Kpankun. So let's take the first paragraph of this particular press release or whatever they call it. So this is just to tell you and myself, my people, that guess what? The government of Liberia is wasting money on group of people that they refer to as economic management team. Huh? So it means that that economic management team is a complete useless bunch of people who are just there to eat money. So it means the economic management team itself is not even helping in Liberia. Because if Joseph Numa Boakai will take the vice president to look at the issue of prices or the suffering of the Liberian people, then why do we have the economic management team? Why are we paying them money? So it means that it's a waste of resources, right? Because these people should be coming up with solutions that will be able to help the economy. These are the people that are employed. These are the people that are paid to be able to look at some of the bottlenecks and come up with tangible solutions. So that is the first thing. You say the vice president will look at price contradiction. So that is the first thing that you see, that our money is being wasted on group of people that call themselves economic management team, but they are of no value according to Joseph Numa Boakai, not me. So let's go to the next paragraph. President Boakai disclosed that the wholesale price of flour, which previously stood at $39 per 100-pound bag, has now been reduced to $35 per 100-pound bag. Let me tell you about this issue of this thing that Joseph Numa Boakai talking. You see, it's another lie again. In Liberia, there are several grades of flours. I don't know why these people just think that they are talking to people who are fools, that we do not know our country no more, or we have lost senses. There are different bags of flours in Liberia, and they are not sold at the same price. Let me bring you something here. There are some of you know what I'm talking about. Let me bring this here for you. Just bear with me. I'm looking for something here. I want to bring this to show you. You know, sometimes we got to be doing. We got to do some plenty things here. It's reading, so just bear with me. It's reading, so please bear with me. Let me be able to get this here. This is reading, so just bear with me, please. I'm begging you. Okay. Just bear with me. This is reading. I just want to make sure. Yeah, this is reading, so I want to bring this to you. Uh, 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 uh. I want to get the different kinds of baking flour that we have in Liberia, so I can show it to you. All right, so uh, so let me get here. Let me get here and then bring you this. Okay, so here is it. Here is it that you are looking at. So basically, we have five kinds of flowers on the Liberian market that are not sold at the same price. So you see that this pronouncement by the government is just another stupid pronouncement. So you see here, we have the common types of flower on the Liberian market. These are the flowers we have on the Liberian market. We have the all-purpose flour that is made from, the blends of herbs, soft wheat, and moderate protein. This is on the Liberian market. We have the bread flour also on the Liberian market. They are of all different grades, different quality. The bread flour. We have the whole white flour on the Liberian market. We have the white whole wheat flour on the Liberian market. We get the cake flour on the Liberian market. And we also have, I think they have another flour that is being produced by Eli Celibe. He has this flour made somewhere around, how you call the place, Doe community area there, right by, as soon as you pass by Simenko. As soon as you pass by Simenko, that place there, they used to have those days they used to have Ecomog, the Sierra Leonean contingent around there. So those of you who are living in Monrovia, maybe on the Bushy Hair Island, will know what I'm talking about. So that flour is made right in Liberia. So these are all the different grades of flours that we have. So the government, in its myopic and very elementary initiative, thinking that they can deceive us, will come up with something according to them. They say this thing here, that reduction in price of flour. So they come here and say President Joseph Newman Boakai has announced that flour that was sold previously for $39 is now $35. Who told you that all of the flour was sold for $39? There are some flours on the Liberian market that, in fact, certain bakers don't even go for it. That certain bread you use to bake certain, or certain flour you use to bake certain bread, people don't even worry to go for that other flour. For example, those who bake the fanti bread, that soft, fanti bread, they have the kind of flour that they use to bake that particular fanti bread. Those who, for example, bake maybe different stuff. They have different kinds of flours, which are not sold for the same price. We are not stupid around here. We have senses. We are using our medulla. We are not like Joseph Numa Boakai, who you guys told us that he has 42 plus years of experience, but this man cannot even solve the simplest problem in governance. He can't. He's flunking around here. He's a complete flunk. So there are various kinds of flowers. So don't lie and tell us that flour was sold for $39. No, there are some flowers that are even sold for $50 on the Liberian market. Yes, $50. So this is another lie. I just said Newman Boakai can lie to us. There are some flowers on the Liberian market. They are even sold for $20 US for the bag because of the quality of that particular flower. Let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to take our own time. We are not running behind nobody running behind us. See, President Joseph Newman Boakai disclosed that the wholesale price of flour, which previously stood at $39 per 100 bags, have now been reduced to $35 per 100-pound bag. Likewise, the price of rice, which was $16.75 per 25 kg bag, has been reduced to $14 per 25 kg rice. Joseph Newman Boakai lied in this particular press statement again. He lied in this. Under the regime of President Weah, the price of rice, we bought rice for $13.50. I still have in my receipt upstairs. I bought rice for $13.50 for wholesale. $13.50. I bought the price of rice outside. Many people here will bear witness of what we say. We bought price rice bag also for $14 under President Weah. We bought it for $13 under President Weah. So what has changed? The $16.79, we saw that during the election period. So it was not something that was stable. No, it wasn't. It wasn't stable. That was not stable. We know that this $16 was a kind of political price that we saw. Was a political price we saw. And in fact, it went up during the regime of Joseph Newman Boakai. But under President Weah, we know how we bought rice. We are not fools around here. No, we are not. So the level of stupidity that is displayed by Joseph Newman Boakai, we can't buy into it. No, we can't. So you're telling us that the price of rice, the bag, the wholesale, has been reduced from 1675. Who carry up to 1675? That you the one, Joseph Newman Boakai. It came down to 14. You have not even reduced the price of rice because under President Weah, it was 1350. It was 1350. The records are there. People are here that can bear with us. Thank God we watching. People are watching us from every part of the world, and also Liberia. People are watching from Bomi, Nimba, Grand Jide, etc., etc. Let's be realistic here. If now you are to ask, what was the price of rice when President Weah was there? When he took over in 2020, 2021, I bought rice. I get receipt also here for $13.50 wholesale. So for Joseph Newman Boakai to come and tell us that rice, the price of rice has been reduced from $16.75 to $14, you not do nothing here. You've not done anything. No. Because you have not even beat the price of President Weah yet. You stay high up. You claim that you come to rescue. When the rest was at 1350, you condemn it and say the people were suffering. Now you bringing it to $14, you say you reduce? No, you reduce nothing, man. Stop that. We are not fools around here. Is this reduction? No, it's not reduction. It was honor you that it went to 1675. Honor President, we are 1350. Some area we say, okay, $14. So we're gonna reduce. What have you reduced? Nothing you have reduced, nothing. Then he came down in the fourth paragraph. Said these reductions represent my government commitment to ensuring that the ordinary Liberian family has access to affordable food. President Boakai said at the same time, we are working with producers and importers to maintain fair and sustainable trade practices that safeguard continuous supply. This entire press statement is just a complete nonsense. I'm telling you. Maybe to you the war is harsh, but this is just complete nonsense. If this particular reduction represents your government commitment, then your government is not even committed. No, then your government is not even committed according to this trash that you put out here. They mean your government is not committed? Because honor President, we are the man who you condemn, the man you remove and say he was incompetent and blah blah blah, and you say all kinds of things about him. Rice was $13.50. So honor you and stay high. Then you telling us that your government commitment. Let's even forget about government commitment. Let's put that one side. But we are talking about access to affordable food. How do we get the access to this particular food? In fact, this particular press statement of Joseph Numa Boakai on the issue of rice, do you know what happened? Joseph Numa Boakai has even exposed the market to danger. He has exposed the market to danger. You come up with this kind of outlandish, how you call, or statement, and you think that you are helping the people. No, you are not helping the people. Because you did not take into consideration what kind of useless government is this? You did not take into consideration so many things. For example, you came on the 4th, on the 2nd, and say price of rice must reduce. Was there a meeting held with, for example, Patel, the private retrader or so, some kind of way they can call themselves, of Liberia? Did you meet with them? What were the meetings that was held to sustain this thing? Is there another political statement? But we'll come there. Don't worry. I will show you too many things here. We're taking our own time on this issue of rice. So the question here is, let's assume, because some of our people, they will go to buy, for example, 200 bags and stock it in their warehouse. And some of them, they bought those rice, retail price at the time, because it's right in their own statement, not me. Some of these people that bought their 200 bags, some of them 300 bags, they bought it at 1675. And these rice are in their warehouses. So is it that the price of rice has reduced on the executive mansion? Because that's just what happening. So let's agree. Executive mansion, according to you, the price reduced from 1675 to 14. But that thing only happened on the executive mansion website. And not in the market. No, not in the market. Only on the executive mansion website. So the man who bought his 200 bags that is stocked in his warehouse for 1675, are you taking into consideration the profit that he's going to get? Who enter into business to loss? So you know what is about to happen with this reckless statement from the government? People are about to start there's going to be an artificial shortage, so to speak. Because the man who buy 200 bags of rice, that 200 bags of rice that man bought got to finish. He bought it at $16.75. Or maybe let's say $16 or $15. He got to make profit. So he will sell it at $16.75. He will sell it at $16.75. So what is about to happen now? That man will close a well and say, my man, no rest. Because he wants to create a situation where there will be artificial shortage of rice. People will go for it so that at least the man can be able to make his profit. Because the man has to make his profit. It's not about Joseph Newman Boakai, just mere pronouncement. Then people will just say, okay, yeah, we'll reduce it. Even at that, let's even agree that he made this particular pronouncement. In this communication, these things come with timing. The men who say he got 40 years experience, they claim to be some of the most qualified people that understand governance. You do not know this common thing. You got to give people time frame to absorb the shock in the market. There has to be time frame because there are people who purchase huge quantity. They will have to sell it. These people will have to sell it. So as a serious government, if Joseph Newman Boakai was serious, if this government was any serious government, they will come up to say, look, we are giving a time frame. Those of you that have the rice that you bought for example, $16.75 or $15, we are giving you a period of XYZ time, maybe a period of month, period of 2-3 weeks, so as to dispose of that particular rice. As I speak to you, there are people who their warehouses stay host the 1675 rice. So what you expect them to do? To run at a loss? To loss? Now what you expect them to do? You would think that this government will have people who are thinking. That's why I say the economic management team. This is just to tell you that the people that they call economic management team, these people are a bunch of useless people who are eating Liberian people money and they are not doing their work. Because if this is a serious government, the economic management team will tell you that no, this thing it can be. We got to give these people time to absorb this shock. We got to give them a window so that at least they can be able to look at the rice that they get in their warehouse, try to see how best they can be able to, to clear it off before we talk about the new price. Or you go on the executive mansion website and say 100 bag of rice is now reduced. 100-pound bag of rice is now reduced to $35. Who will be able to listen to that? The man who bought his rice, almost 200 bags for $16.75. You telling him, my man, reduce it. Reduce it to $35 because they like you, because they need Joseph Newman Boakai. So you think they will just obey? They will just say, yeah, we agree, no problem. Okay, fine. What kind of useless approach is this? This government just want to suffer our people. Because at the end of the day, it is the ordinary people that are going to suffer. Because all of these businesses, guess what they're about to do? Go there, they will tell you, say, won't get rest. Go to the Jalo then. Oh, Jalo, I want 4 bags, I want 5 bags. Oh, boss me, I don't get rest. Or you go there, you want buy something and lay, 10 bags or so, tell you, say, boss man, you can only buy 4 bags. We'll not get up to that amount. This is what is about to happen. Is this government thinking? These are the people that boast of knowing governance, transforming Liberia. Is this how you transform Liberia? No, is this how you transform Liberia? Then you brave enough to say that your government commitment to ensuring that ordinary Liberian family have access to affordable food. Ask yourself the question, how many family can even afford the $35 when you're taking job from Liberians? People who doing their lay who want work, you denying them the opportunity. Motorcyclists who used to be riding on the road, at least to be able to accumulate something small to take care of their family. You extort money from them in the name of your go register. After finish taking the money from them, then you are telling them to leave the streets. After you extort the money from them. What kind of BM attitude is this? So you want us to believe that this nonsense is a real prayer statement. You want us to believe that the government is serious. Yeah, that the government is committed. That the government love the people. Yeah, the government serious, the government commitment. So you think that this is a serious government approach, right? This is just to show that you have no sympathy or no empathy for the people. You don't love the people. All you love is yourself. You are proving how incompetent you are. There are factors that affect this rice supply around here. That you think everybody will just sell it for 100 or for $35. Imagine a man from all the way Bokonjide sent for 100 bags of rice in the Helaba truck. He pays $16.75 for it. He got to pay the truck driver. Maybe on each bag, he pay, for example, $200 on each bag. He bought about 100 bags of rice, put it on this huge truck. Each of the bag of rice, he paying $200 for each bag. Taking into consideration the bar rule. When Ahmed received the rice from Morovia, after putting all of his expenditure together, you think he will be able to sell that rice for $35? No, let's be realistic now. You think he will sell that rice for $35? You think he will listen to the nonsense that government talking? That did not think and just make utterances like that because they get paper, they can read, they can post, or they get web, or they get some kind of page. So you think that they will just forget about everything? Because that's the way our people, something thinks. That's how they do it. The people will come or will send their money to Morovia, and these Helaba trucks put their goods on it. And at the end of the day, guess what? These goods, they pay money on it to transport it. They pay money to transport it. They just take it and put it in, but they pay money. So they pay money on these goods. These goods and services from Morovia to the county, they pay on it. And you don't expect the man to operate without getting profit. So you think they will listen to what Joseph Newman Boakai saying? It's a joke from the part of government. It's a joke. Let's even leave that. Let's even forget about that. But is this a long-term initiative or short-term initiative? Or they just a political initiative? Let's just do something to prove that the committee did a piece of work. The committee did nothing. Seeing this communication from Joseph Newman Boakai, the committee did nothing. Jeremiah Kun did nothing because you are not even telling us. We don't know the long-term effect, the short-term effect, and the immediate effect. What we know is that this is a nonsense that you put out that is not working. Let people go on the street and go ask. Is the price of cup of rice going to reduce? No. In fact, like I said earlier, there will be artificial shortage on the market. The business people will create it. They will hold their rice. No rice, I want to get rice. Oh, Jalo, I want rice. No rice, no rice. The man in the community, you know that you will come. If you tell you, oh man, no rice. Oh. The people carry that rice up. Oh. Only 10 bag I get here also. If you want it, I can sell it to you for $16, but no rice. Oh. You go to the next shop, and these business people, oh, they know how to communicate their action. They know how to communicate. You were getting that they are in one meeting and they made that decision. You go to the next shop, you say, oh, man, the other shop. In fact, as you continue to go to the shop, you see increase. More days, man, I get it, but you bring $16. Oh, man, I get it, but bring $17. Before you run to come back to the first shop, you say, my man, not there, finish. The one that hard here that you're supposed to buy, somebody finish buying it. That's how they operate. This is an unserious approach by the government. Very unserious approach. So if you would tell me that this is your government commitment in making rice affordable for the people, then you do nothing. Then this your commitment is the worst commitment ever. The worst commitment ever. Let's even call the Private Trader Association of Liberia and ask them about the reduction of this price. You will hear what they will tell you. This is not a serious approach. Do you know how many persons that bought rice that's sitting in their warehouse or in their warehouses that got to finish? And you come and get me reckless statement. Oh, it must be reduced. That degree 88 time we living in. I remember back in the 80s, some of you who were just born yesterday, you will now understand. But degree 88, man, just degree. And so shall it be. You think that junta government we in, or that junta era we in, where you can just go on executive mansion website and just read anything and say you're taking, you're carry out, the people will obey. You're not taking into consideration all of the things that other people pass through. There are people who forgetting to know that they can order for this rice from Morovia, put it in truck, carry in the counties. So the same way you just say 35, I mean, everybody must start saying 35. The main Bokonjide must say, yeah, I'm selling 35. The shop that is there in Genuine must say, yeah, I'm selling 35. This is the most useless press release I've seen on the Executive Mansion website. But I'm not surprised. It is not surprising because these people, they're just showing how incompetent they are. Yeah, they're just showing how incompetent they are. Joseph Numa Boakai lie and talk about experience. No experienced president will do this nonsense. No experienced president will do it. No experienced president will do it. No experienced government will do this. This does not even look at it ain't even look like a government position or a government statement. I'm telling you, it doesn't even look like that. This nonsense does not even resemble what a serious government is supposed to do. And they get it on the Executive Mansion website too. The people who boast of experience, they boast of everything. Look at this kind of nonsense. Look here. Look at this kind of nonsense. You just make reckless pronouncement. Even more besides, if this will last for a very short time, there are what we call international factors that are responsible for this particular reduction. Let me play you something here. Let me just let me show you something here. Maybe some of you just think we are sitting here and don't know what we are doing. Oh, sorry. I want to copy something here for you.
Daddy, I want please. Daddy,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Sorry, my people. Let me put this right here so that you can see it here, and I will. Let me pin this right here. I'm trying to get something here, so just bear with me. Okay, so let me just. Oh, oh no, this is embarrassing, man. I don't want to subscribe to this. Yeah, but sometimes when you're on the internet, all kind of thing can happen. So let me show you this for you to see here. Okay, no problem. Error occur. All right, so just bear with me while I try to do what I'm supposed to do. So it says that the recent reduction in the price of the international market of rice is attributed to number one, the weather pattern. The declining fertilizer price, the oversupply and weak demand, the trade policy changes, the weather condition, and etc. etc. So I'm going to explain it to you, and I want to play you something right here. I'm trying to play this.
By Pratik Pareja, Anuradha Raghu and Katar.
All right, so let me bring you this here so that you can see here. You see here? Rice price drop bring relief to billion worldwide. Risks for farmers. So you see here, there is an international phenomenon that is going on that you don't understand. Some of you don't know. Is this going to be a long-term effect? Is this going to be a short term? These are things that you must understand. I'm also babysitting, taking care of, that's what we do. So just bear with us. You see here, it says rice price drop bring relief to billion worldwide. It's a risk for farmers. Let's go ahead and read some of what we have here in this particular article. By Patrick Paruja. It says, from the Philippines to Senegal, billions of people are finding it easier to feed their family now that price. Oh, sorry. This thing then can just sorry. Okay, fine. Sorry, my people. You can get all kind of thing popping up, so we got to Sunny. So it says, from the Philippines to Senegal, billions of people are finding it easier to feed their family now that rice price have plundered off 50 years heights. You see that? The price of rice that was very high in 15 years ago, according to this article, it has reduced. Favorable weather over the past years has helped lift global stockpile from a second season, and a further flow of the crops is expected from top ship India, which has stripped long-running export restriction. The abundance have pushed the price of tar white rice, an Asian benchmark, to the lowest since 2022. You see that? And more than 30% below last peak. While it takes time for changes on the wholesale level to feed through to shippers, the price drop is already bringing relief to households struggling with otherwise high living costs. I do not have to worry all the time about how to feed my children, said Yashin Toure, whose dozen family members in Dakar consume 25 kilograms, which is 55 pounds of rice a week. The stable grain for more than half the global population has been so expensive that at one point buying it was seen as a luxury, she said. Now we can finally breathe a bit easier since the 32 years old who worked a cook at a roadside entry in the Senegal capital. The cost of rice has begun climbing a few years ago, and hot and dry Elmont welder phenomenon hurt production of the water drops crop. You see there? Now let's bring this for you to see. Here is it. I want you to look at this particular map. I want you to look at this particular graph. Sorry, this graph. It says the price of rice, how it went up and how it's coming down. So you see here, when President Weah was the president of Liberia under the regime of President Weah, 2023, you see the price of rice? It was at this particular level, very high. So what did the government do? In order to be able to ensure that the rice will be cheap on the Liberian market, President Weah was able to subsidize the people who bring in rice in. Other words, he was able to tell them, say, my people, the rice here got to be $13. The extra money that you're supposed to charge the people, we as government, that we the one will pay it. You don't put it on the people. So at the time, look at the graph. I hope you are seeing this graph. I hope you are seeing this graph here. You see this graph? There's not something that I make up. This is it. Let me enlarge this. Okay. So let me enlarge this for you to see. You see that? So in 2023, you see the price of rice went up. I hope you are seeing this graph. This graph depicts the price of rice on the world market. You know how the wave that you see here, the line that you see here is just telling you how the rice price increase on the world market, how it drop on the world market. So you see what is happening. You see what is happening. So in this 2025, you're seeing that the graph, you see it that is going down, right? I know some of you, we ain't going to use any kind of big economic term here, because it is at our level that we want to explain for everybody to understand. So you see the way the graph here is going like this. It's showing the price of rice on the market. So you see, under President Weah, the price of rice that was very high. You see here? But under the Joseph Newman Boakai government, you see the price of rice start to come down. It start to come down. You see 2025, it's coming down. It's coming down. So this is to tell you, my people, that this particular time that we're in, there are so many factors that are responsible for the price of rice to reduce. That I just name it. The weather, help also with the production. The decrease in fertilizer price have decreased. It also help with the price to get low. What is happening now in those countries that are producing rice? They have now moved the moratorium that was on the export, because these countries that are producing huge rice, when the drought hit the world, or when most of this country was hit by drought, meaning the ground get dry, the ground was not even helping to produce, you know what this country did? They hold their rest. They say, the thing the way looking like the ground here is dry like this, and we got to hold our rest. Because we want to go sell the rest now at the end of the day, then the thing here affect us. We're not able to get rest for ourselves to eat. So that moratorium that they put on the exportation of rice, because of the improvement in the weather condition, guess what happened? The people say, okay, you can export now. You can sell rice now. So when you get more rice in your warehouse, what do? When more goods is there, you do what? You want to get rid of it. So you send it out and sell it for a cheaper price so as to make way for the new one. And now what can happen? So look at this graph. So you see that in January 2025, what are you seeing here? So Joseph Newman Boakai, I think he's clever. You see that the graph is coming down, meaning that there is a serious global decline in the price of rice. So Joseph Newman Boakai should not tell us that a government commitment. These things are trickled by what we call the global factors. There are global factors responsible for these things. So don't lie to us. Your government have not taken any kind of serious approach to help our people. No. It's like, take for an example, the price of gasoline on the world market. Anytime the barrel reduce or the price drop, it will affect every other thing, or every other country will be affected by that positively. Even here in the United States, with all of the gas reserve that they have. But when the price of gas goes up on the world market, we feel it also. When we go buy gas for our car, we can feel it. We can see the increase in the price. But when it drop on the international market, we can also see the decrease in the price also. So the clever thing that these people try to do, just a minimum, people. So these people are doing nothing extra to confuse you. No, they're not doing anything extra. It's just basically the price of rice have just dropped. But even at that, even with this particular drop that we have experienced, that is not, something to say automatically the people then who bought their rice when it was expensive, that they will drop the price. No, it will take time. So nobody should fool us here. We are not fools. We are not fools. Well, my people, I'm sorry that we can't consume everything that we have here, but maybe this evening we'll talk more of it, because we have other stuff that we got to attend to right now. Yeah. You know, how the country looking like. We're doing 3 different jobs. You get a job that you go to, you work. When you come home, you get another job to do. Sometimes some people here, they get different things. Got to take care of, family. Got to make sure everything is in place. So on this note, we got to stop here and attend to what we got to attend to. But join us this evening when we will be, or in other words, in the afternoon for our end, when we'll be on Kings FM to discuss more of these things. Because there are other things here that actually I did not touch. Like, for example, the government ban on bushy hair. I swear. The government is so unserious. The government ban on bushy hair through the Ministry of, through the GSA, and the statement of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, about the young people. And, we want to look at Boakai fight against corruption with this $2.8 million saga from the Ministry of Finance. We look at all of this because, we get other stuff to take care of. But we will be on this evening, and hopefully maybe we'll have time to be able to absorb what we have here. But until we meet again, my people, I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to appreciate you for the time spent here. Thank you so much. And let's call this a day so that we can attend to some pressing issue. Thank you.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today is the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope. You will see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past.